people, this is me, Amelia. I'm so psyched that Hamilton is a category now. That is one of my favorite musicals. So this will be Disney 100 Jeopardy High School Musical Edition. But not the Disney Channel original movie, just the one from the Taylor Allderdice High School last month.
So be my guest.
On the orange belt, we know. And what happened to that Mickey scene?
Showers, where I showed
I'm tired of the rain already. Don't remind us.
Identify what movie that was. I'm changing it up a little bit this week because I thought last week was too easy. So instead of showing you multiple clips, I'm just going to show you a screenshot from the scene where it is raining, and you'll have to identify the movie based on that. And that plus 4 brand new categories are headed your way, so let's see what they are. Once again, April Showers kicks things off. The second category you'll be playing, you voted for it in the live version of this episode last Friday night. It is Avengers Endgame. 5 clues coming at you about the biggest box office movie of the last 14 years, since Avatar. In the third category you'll be playing, Hamilton.
Yes!
That's right, it's all about the biggest Broadway show of the
I
last
love that show. Thank you.
What does it have to do with Disney? Well, Disney did make a deal to acquire the visual rights for Hamilton and put it on Disney Plus back during the pandemic.
That's what I voted for at the Kids' Choice Awards.
The pandemic. Anyway, 5
and I
questions
wrote an article all about it.
Of all time.
For Pittsburgh.
Fourth category you'll be playing. It's your Disney Parks category of the week. Space
Ooh, an iconic
Mountain.
roller coaster.
This is all about the different forms of Space Mountain found throughout the globe. I figured I had to do a space category because of the eclipse this past week. And I realized
that was in Bridgeville.
Episode 9. So
the
this
April
one
8th,
is
the time in Bridgeville, our day in Bridgeville was much warmer than the past two.
You'll be playing Disney Mania. What is this all about? Well, WrestleMania just happened this past weekend, the big WWE event. And this is all about fights and brawls that have happened in Disney movies, so I named it Disney Mania. I'll read you a clue, and you have to identify who the 2 fighters or combatants are in that scene. Both of them, not one of them, both of them. All right, it is now time for the easiest round of the game, the Cupcake Round. Each of these clues are worth just 200 points each. Hopefully you go 5 for 5, bank 1,000 points under your belt, and start this game off on the right foot. Let's kick it off with April Showers. There is your screenshot.
Oh, that's the Lion King.
Easier than this. Name the film.
If that were closed at Kennywood, then the park would close. That's what happened at Christmas.
Pride Rock there. The correct answer is The Lion King.
That's what happened at Christmas when it got rained out. Good thing I went to Kennywood when I did.
Endgame. For 2. This Avenger killed
Thor.
Thanos less than 20 minutes into the film.
Wait, why do I know this? Oh, because...
Spoiler alert, yes, Thanos
because I had a problem with my phone. It was acting wacky.
And all that stuff, but the correct answer here is Thor.
A liar is not one of them.
Thank you, daughter. Perhaps I treated you too harshly. What did you do?
Yeah, for our Christmas party.
Yeah,
good thing I went at the end of November instead of the third Sunday in December.
A little gruesome for this family-friendly show. Let's move on now. Here comes your third clue of the game. This is the first one from Hamilton.
That's Lin-Manuel Miranda, a.k.a. Senior Joshua Ball. He played Hamilton at Taylor Allderdice.
He's making a name for himself in the Disney community.
Seniors.
The correct answer is Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Monsieur Hamilton. Monsieur Lafayette. In command where you belong.
Are you saying no sweat?
And Justin Davison, who's a junior, played Lafayette.
Space Mountain for 200 points. The only Space Mountain
is it Walt Disney World
in a single file.
That's epic. And not to mention all the parks in
The correct answer
in the
is
North
Walt
in
Disney
the North
World
Hills.
Space Mountain, or the Magic Kingdom's Space Mountain, where you have to kind of climb down in, similar to.
Yay! That looks like so much
Matterhorn, and that probably has to
fun.
do with the fact that this Space Mountain was the first one to open back in 1975.
I feel like I'm
All
moving
the
on
other
a wild
ones,
ride
you got someone
here.
next to you, unless the seat is empty. But this one, you definitely don't have anyone next to you because you are sitting in a single file. Okay, it's time for the final clue of the 200-point cupcake round.
Not the
It's
CDs
time
that were
for
advertised.
Disney Mania. This melee includes one fighter
That's
successfully
Belle and
shooting his opponent with an
Gaston.
arrow,
We don't
throwing
like
him out of a
Gaston.
window,
He's
and
a
stabbing him in the
bully.
back with a knife. Despite all that same
Bye-bye,
character loses the
Gaston.
fight
We
and
don't
his life
like
when
you
he falls
because
off
you're
the
a
roof
bully.
of the castle. This epic match
Stop
saw the
trying
Beast
to-
battle Gaston.
Stop
at the
trying
end
to
of
torture
Beauty
Belle
and
and
the Beast. Yes,
smother
Gaston
her.
did
If
lose
she
by
likes the
plunging to his
Beast,
death
then go
via
for
falling
it.
a castle.
Aw, the Beast is so nice, but Gaston is not. Uh-oh, there he goes. Bye-bye, Gaston,
That
the
will do for the
bully.
cupcake round. Hopefully you're
I
off to a
still miss Cruising
scorching
Pittsburgh
start and
videos.
absolutely dominating.
I wonder when he's
this
gonna come
game.
back
Let's
to
boost the
those,
difficulty
like
with the second round
the
now. It's a
orange belt, the
400
red
point
belt.
round, and it begins with April showers. This scene might not be showering water, but it's showering.
Oh, that's
fireworks
Beauty
or
and the
something.
Beast.
Either way, what movie is it from?
The orange belt. Going all
We
through
are
the
going
good
back
neighborhoods.
to back with Beauty and the Beast answers.
Oh, and here's the journal I was telling you guys about.
We move on to Endgame for the second time.
Okay.
While riding an elevator,
Was referenced here.
This line to simply walk away from the antagonist, rather than having to
And
fight
right
them.
here. And in 2016 as well.
This was a great scene if you are an MCU
Yes,
fan.
that's right. I
Those
still have gotten a new 5 to 5 childhood chat since the middle of last month. But I did get a childhood chat, so that's what matters. Oh, Hail Hydra.
Hail Hydra.
Hey, what matters? I'm sorry I was a little late, but at least
Let's
I
move
know
on to
the
Hamilton
answers, just
for
like
400
last
points.
week.
Talk less, smile more. Is a
Aaron
piece of advice
Burr.
given to Hamilton by this man.
AKA Connor Glaze, another senior at Taylor
Who
Allderdice
is Aaron
High
Burr?
School.
Talk less.
It was chosen because there are a lot of male seniors and
Once again,
juniors
hop in a
this
rocket
year.
for Space Mountain's
at Taylor
second
Allderdice.
clue. The only Disney castle park to not feature a Space Mountain.
I don't know.
What is Shanghai Disneyland?
Oh.
So when Shanghai opened, they determined that Tron, the brand new coaster at the time, was good enough for Tomorrowland. So that is the correct answer. Shanghai Disneyland does not have a Space Mountain.
Oh, and Abigail Mifflin autographed the...
We move on to Disney Mania for 400. This tussle takes place in the trees, and one combatant
Clayton
attempts
and
to use both a gun and
Tarzan.
machete to attack his opponent.
But I want to show you,
The fight when
that where Abigail autographed all of her Fab Five, Oh, here's,
Clayton had
here's the Fab
machete,
Five girls,
shotgun or whatever it was, ready to kill
and,
Tarzan, but he failed, and then he died. And probably the most gruesome.
and some random thoughts by the girls.
Correct answer is Tarzan and Clayton.
Levin's Furniture is calling your name, buddy. And all these favorites here from the Quizzle Utopia quiz.
We make our way to the halfway point.
And my other friends even made autographs too.
This one's worth 600 points. Ah, it's a
That's
frog
the Princess
in
and the Frog. Or Lilo and Stitch. I think it's Lilo and Stitch. That's what people
No,
are
it is
saying.
not Princess and the Frog, if that's what you guessed. It is from Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, I love that movie. Aw, and Stitch. Oh, that's another battle scene. I watched several movies from when I was a preteen too, but the 90s was the best time for Disney
Avengers
movies, in my
Endgame now
opinion.
for 600 points. Prior to a
Who is
dramatic
Red
scene
Skull?
that sees a beloved member
Wait
of
a
the
minute,
Avengers
I'm
die,
cheating.
Black Widow and Hawkeye encountered this
Because my
villain
phone
from an
was
earlier
running
Captain
slow.
America film.
My phone was acting funny with me, and that's why I'm acting slow. That's why I'm
Who is
cheating.
Red Skull?
Consider me a guide to you and to all who seek the Soul Stone.
But as he says, be my guest on the Orange Belt. I just showed everyone that journal.
If only it were that easy.
Let's hit the Richard Rodgers Theater and check out Hamilton for the third time. Jonathan Groff, the voice of Kristoff,
King George
played this
III.
character while starring in the show.
Oh, that must have been Connor Glaze. I think Aaron Burr
Who
was
is King
played by...
George the third?
John Adams.
Yeah, that was Connor Glaze, and I think Daniel Corson played Aaron Burr.
I know him.
Why am I
We're
talking
back
about
over to Space
the
Mountain
guy
now.
clients so
600
much?
points.
The boy clients, and I
This
should be
was
talking about the
name of
girls.
the Halloween overlay that ran inside the Hong Kong and Disneyland versions
Toy
of the
Story?
ride for over 6 years. What is Ghost Galaxy?
What category should I request next?
That was terrifying. We move on to the final clue of the 600-point round. It is time for Disney Mania. These two characters land
Who
a
are
number
Woody
of
and
punches
Buzz?
while brawling at a gas station.
You are a
They get so
child
distracted with
playmate.
their
You are a
fight
sad,
that they get
strange
abandoned
little
by
man.
their owners as their car drives off.
That was
without
that's an impression of Woody and Buzz. What'd you
Who
think?
are Woody and Buzz?
What Frozen 2 was like. And the original Frozen was like Flubber. Wonder what's up with that movie.
Man, Woody and Buzz absolutely hated each other for the majority of that original Toy Story film. We move on to the 800-point round now as things get pretty hard. It's April showers starting it off.
Oh, that's the
This
Sword
is
in the
definitely
Stone.
rain, as it is pouring in this movie. Can you
How
name
I
it?
didn't know. I don't watch Sword in the Stone, but I was cheating by looking at the
What is
answers.
the sword in
Thanks
the
to my
stone?
phone acting up on me. Just like last week.
It's time for Avengers Endgame for the fourth time. Not including post-credits, this was the last spoken line of the
I do
movie.
not know. I've not watched Avengers Endgame before, so I do not know.
We had a Captain America
I told you, if it's a
category
classic
few weeks
Disney
back,
film or
and
an
yep, he
animated
is the
film
one
that
to
I
utter the
grew
line.
up
The
with,
correct answer
then I'm
is
most likely to
no.
get it right.
I don't think I will.
No, I don't think I will.
We move on to Hamilton for 800 points. The first name.
Poor Eliza, played by Hannah Mifflin, Angelica, played by Madison Daly, and Peggy, played by Isabella Black.
What are? You know,
Finally the
I'll just
female
let them tell you.
client. Three amazing young women.
Seen
Senior
here is
girls.
a rendering of Space Mountain in 2027 at this Disney park.
Even with the
What
cooler
is
spell
Tokyo
coming
Disneyland?
later
That's
this
right,
month,
the current
I still
version
think it could
of
possibly
Space
be
Mountain out in
warmer
Tokyo,
again. My
which is,
prediction could
I believe, a
possibly
carbon copy
still
of
win.
the Disneyland version and the Hong Kong version, though it
I'm
came
just
before
looking
the
forward to
Hong
the
Kong version, so
early
it's really
part
just
of
a copy
next
the
week's
Disneyland version.
warmth. Churchill's
It's
really
closing
close
this
to
year. I think in
convenient
July
to
or
Penn
June, something
Hills
like that. It closes for 3 years.
for our dance
They're
party.
building this.
Rest in peace,
That looks awesome.
Grandma and
It's been
Grandpa
built from the ground
Churchill
up.
and
It's not
my
just like a refurbish.
grandma and grandpa
So
from
a brand new Space
California.
Mountain will join our world in just 3 years. Here comes the final clue of the 800-point round. It is time for Disney Mania. You know what's embarrassing? Losing a fight to a 1-year-old baby
Syndrome and
while you're
Jack
flying and then dying because your attire gets caught in something.
Syndrome and Jack.
This match that was held high in the sky was between Syndrome and Jack from The Incredibles. That's right, Jack beats up Syndrome and then Syndrome dies.
I'm sorry,
in what could be
Brian, but my
argued is a
phone was
more
acting
gruesome
slow
way
and
the way Clayton
people-
died in Tarzan. I don't know what's worse. Falling off a tree with the
My
vine
phone
around your
acted
head,
funny,
or
but I have a
getting
chance
sucked
of
into
getting
a
them
jet
right
turbine.
now.
It's
As you
flying.
said,
You're in the-
be
you're
my
in the air,
guest
and
on the
I mean,
Orange Belt.
That's why. No
Oh, I
case.
hope the Highlands Varsity
Either
Marching
way,
Band is
you know
having
what
a
time
good
it is.
time
It
in
is now time for the most
Virginia
overly
this
dramatic soundtrack
weekend.
infused
I wanted to mention that before I finish
the game. The
film
1,000-point round.
before I finish the video. Oh, and the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire round.
All right, this is where the money is made, and when I say that disclaimer, you're not making any money because this game is just for fun and points. So I will change that statement to this is where the points are made. We begin with April showers for the 5th time. There's a bus in the rain.
That's the
Who is it
Rescuers.
from?
I might be right.
The
I
correct
might
answer
not be.
is The Rescuer.
And I'm right, yes. Thank you, phone going funny. I know it's annoying, but at least I'm able to get the answers right.
We move on to Avengers Endgame for the 5th time. While playing Fortnite, Korg handed his headset
Adams
to
and
Thor to talk
Jackson.
trash to an online player with this username.
Wait. What am I saying?
It's okay, admit it. We all had pretty embarrassing usernames back in the day, or email addresses. I won't share what mine were, but I don't know if any of them were as bad
It's not
as Noob
safe.
Master 69.
You should not share that with anybody. I have not gotten hacked this year because I know the right thing to do, and my phone number got changed too.
Noob Master, hey, it's Thor again. You know, the God of Thunder? Listen, buddy, if you don't log off this game immediately, I'm gonna fly over to your house, come down to that basement you're hiding in, rip off your arms, and shove them up your butt!
It's time for our final clue.
Goody goody.
Hamilton. Singing Washington on Your
Who are
Side, Burr is joined by
James
these
Madison
two
and
former
Thomas
US
Jefferson,
presidents.
played by sophomore Frankie Orzen and junior Christopher Evans.
Who
I also
are
wanted to
Thomas
talk about
Jefferson and
Honors
James
Choir for a
Madison.
minute, who normally performs at the annual banquet, formerly Madrigals. It's mainly
We are
juniors
going
and
to
seniors with a
space
few
one more time.
sophomores.
Let's check out the clue. The original name of the
I don't
Space
know.
Mountain located-
But I just wanted to talk about Honors Choir. It was formerly Madrigals, but it consists of juniors and seniors with a few
This way I don't butcher
sophomores. This is like when I preferred the one Disney Channel show in its later season rather than its earlier seasons.
That's right. This Space Mountain
Just like with the 98 Degrees albums.
so
Like I said, the more experience you have, the better you are to know more about school. Going from a high school freshman to a high school senior. That's what this current class is like. But it looks like my senior year is stealing the show, even with some brief cooldowns. Because they predicted it was a below average prediction, luckily. Sorry if I'm blabbing too much, I'm just...
The last clue on the board, it's Disney Mania for 1,000 points. A demigod.
It's
battles a
Hercules and
centaur-
Nessus.
Centaur.
But,
River.
again, it's Black Hole. It's 2013's Twin Black Hole year. Yeah, when I heard that Thrift Shop song by Ryan Lewis and John McElmore on my Aladdin and the Yellow Belt video. He's running real fast. would be even better if they had an Aladdin clue. Oh, that reminds me of a Disney sandwich. What came out between Beauty and the Beast and the Lion King? I would say Aladdin. And it is one of the belts that makes a complete circle around Allegheny County, along with Pocahontas and Mulan, the blue and purple belts. Wow!
Stage and screen. All right, so a lot of your favorite Disney voiceover actors stemmed from Broadway, or at least appeared in a Broadway production before they appeared in a Disney
80s Disney DTV?
In a Disney movie, I should say. I'll give you a clue about one of those performers, and you'll have to identify who they are. With that knowledge, make those wagers. Okay, time is up. It is time for the final clue of this episode.
My other friend has
62.
expressed interest in giving a speech at the banquet.
This Tony Award winner began his Broadway career in a 1998 one-man show titled Freak.
Is it John
23 years
Leguizamo?
later, he voiced Bruno in Encanto. Good luck.
Encanto's a good movie, but I don't know the cast very well. Like I said, I hope the Highlands Varsity Marching Band is having a good time in Virginia. Like I said, 11 seniors, 8 sophomores, 3 juniors, and 2 freshmen. Just like always there, my senior year at Disney World.
Encanto takes place. A lot of inspiration for the movie is from Colombia. And so
even if it does cool down,
John Leguizamo.
it won't be for very long. I still have faith that my prediction will win.
And he's had to pay the price, but he's selfless.
We don't talk about Bruno, no.
I've been working on that my whole life.
We don't talk about Bruno.
I'm almost close to Bruno.
And that will do it for episode 62 of Disney 100 Jeopardy. If you like what you saw, be sure to subscribe.
And click that bell icon. Hello, Bell.
Bell.
It used to be a complete circle, the orange belt, until the section in the South Hills was removed because it was in Washington County. And the orange belt still traverses Westmoreland County briefly in New Kensington. That's where I caught a bus to go to Lower Borough whenever I stayed at Dad's house when they were away at the beach.
My most missed Universal Orlando attraction hasn't been there in 20 years, so be sure to check that
and
out
then
on
there's the
Wednesday.
band banquet at MSP Academy, Turtle Creek, and then their Disney trip at the end of May. I'm still waiting for Diana to post the details on the picnic because I look forward to that every year. I don't have too much to say after this because I said everything already. Anyways, this is me, Amelia. Thank you all and good night, and I hope you have a great day today. Again, thank you and good night. I'm going to listen to the 10 spot in honor of our childhood chat from earlier this morning. Again, thank you all and good night.